about. Hey, what's going on, y'all? So this afternoon, I sold my Rick Welch Super Curve. I also had to go to the dentist this morning. A $2,000 bill to get these chompers fixed, and not too happy about it, but on the other hand, I'm grateful for it because I'm not in pain anymore. I was having two cavities, and I had to get some crowns put in, but that's over with, and I feel better. So what I was going to get to, needs and wants in life. You're always going to want something that's you think's better, and you know, things like a more high-end bow, you know, a nicer car, everything else. But do you really need it? You have to have that $2,000 recurve. You have to have a Centaur Super Curve that's all decked out. It costs $2,000. Does it shoot that much better than a $220 setup Black Hunter recurve? Maybe cheaper than that. Full decked out with arrows, you're probably looking at a little over 200 bucks for this bow, and we're gonna see how it shoots. But that's the topic for today on my video. I just wanted to show what you can get away with for a low cost, and is it still effective. I'm gonna be shooting these gold tip kinetic 400 arrows. They have a 175 up front. I think it's a 50 grain insert. It should be around 215 total point weight up front, so let's see how they do. Alright, so this is my bow setup. It's a Black Hunter 45 pound at 28 recurve. Like I said, I'm shooting a gold tip 400 kinetic chaos, and we're gonna just put a few down to deer target. I need to tie another knot point on the string, but for now, let's just see how this flies. So, first shot, I noticed that the arrow came up a little bit tail high, so I'm going to move that knot point up. See how it flies. Good shot right in the center of that. Plenty good hitting the vitals. Alright. That shot was a little bit to the left. Not sure what's going on with it, but let's shoot one more. Not very accurate with this bow. Definitely gonna have to get a few more shots in before I get used to it. I would have been drilling with my Centaur at this distance. Y'all, I don't care what bow and arrow setup you have, pink feathers and fleshing to me are the way to go as far as visibility and an arrow you can see. I can see these things in the yard over any color. Orange, white, green, everything. Pink is brightest to me and easiest to see, so y'all keep that in mind. Let's put a few of these in the deer bottles. That was a good shot right there. Double lung. Arrows are flying nice. They got a good spin to them, real straight. Aren't tuned for this bow, but they work. Ooh, right in the same spot. Awesome. Let's shoot this one a little bit more in the middle. Right there. I mean, that's it. Once you get used to a bow, I can pick up any bow and pretty much shoot straight with it after a few shots. I can get figure out what it's doing and you know, move my hand accordingly, move my arm up and down accordingly. So it only takes a few shots, but don't do that on the day of hunting. You're going hunting because you have way more of a chance of not making a good shot. All right, so I went and set the can up down there. This is fell over, but this is probably about a 15-yard shot. Well, 16-yard shot from here to the fence where I usually shoot 17 yards. So I'm gonna take a shot at the can. Like I said, this bow is only a probably $250 bow total with these arrows, and I'm shooting plenty good with it. This is really all you need to get into traditional archery and to shoot well. Black hunters shoot amazing. They're good bows, they're cheap, and they'll get you, they'll do what you need to do to take an animal. Let's shoot this can. So, I noticed that bow whipped away, that arrow whipped away to the left. I gripped the bow on that one, and the wind pushed those feathers. So let's shoot another one. Boom, hit the can. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, as long as you can figure out what your arrows and your bow setup's doing, you'll make an accurate shot. Make sure you keep that concentration on your spot. And don't worry, like I said, don't worry if you have a cheaper bow setup. These bows are great. Nothing wrong with a black hunter. Let's kill us a deer on this one. Woo! I don't know if y'all saw that, but my grip started coming off of my string, and I went ahead and went through my shot, and that's what happened. It would have been a good shot, but I shot way high and over the deer. Well, crap. I lost my arrow on that last shot, so we'll find it in a little while. I'm gonna just shoot these two. I shot right over the deer, so it should be right straight in front of me, but I can't find it for some reason. Like I was saying, those peak feathers should be easy to find, but when they bury themselves in the ground a couple inches, it's hard to locate. So let's shoot a few more arrows though, and I set the can up, but it fell over again, so I'm not really worried about it. We'll take a shot at it, and hopefully we can hit it. Right above it. It was a good shot. Arrow went to the left a little bit, so I did notice this bow is pretty quiet with this arrow set up in this string. I'm pretty surprised at it. And I'm gonna put this one right in the middle of this Reinhardt target, but I'm pretty impressed by this little black hunter bow. The end of the draw cycle with 45 pounds, it's a little bit stiff. It starts to really, it's not stacking, but you can definitely feel the weight back there versus my Centaur. My Centaur it's like a complete draw cycle doesn't have a wall. It's kind of just keeps going back, and it feels good on the end. It's definitely a faster bow as well. This bow is a little bit slower than that Centaur. Ooh, right in the middle of the Reinhardt target. That was a good shot right there. I mean, you can see it. Pink arrow right in the middle. One thing I am noticing, I think these arrows are coming a little bit off the shelf when I'm on the release. I may need to move that knock point up a little bit more, but making some accurate shots right there. All right, so we got a pretty good little breeze blowing right now. I'm gonna put one in the can to hold it up, and then I'm gonna put another one in there right behind it. Y'all check this out. Ooh, I missed that one a little bit to the left. Still a good shot, but I noticed this bow is shooting more to the left than my others. Another shot right on top of each other, but both were to the left. I think that's, I wouldn't call that a weak arrow. I think these arrows may be a hair stiff for this bow, but we're gonna shoot two more and see if we can hit that can. All right, we're gonna put 2 in the can on this one, or at least 1. It's gonna hit the can on this shot. So let's do it. Woo! Man, I shouldn't have shot that shot. I completely missed the target on that one. That's 2 arrows I have to find now. I don't know why I did that. Alright, so I'm not pinpoint accurate. I'm still in the middle, but I'm gonna have to get a little bit more accuracy with this this bow setup. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna shoot 2 more times. This one's pretty brutal. I tried to go find that other arrow, but no luck. I found one of them, but the other one's just buried somewhere. Let's shoot that can. See if we can hit it. No, we'll call it a day for this shooting session. Woo. Wow. That's why I'm gonna show you all that shot, but it skipped off the corner of that block and went and landed in the fence. That's why you always have to have some space behind you, or know how far your arrow is going to travel when you're shooting. It's a dangerous thing. I've had people comment on my videos about it, like, man, you have a house behind you, or you have a fire station over there behind you, you have people behind you, but let me tell you something. When these arrows get to about 50 yards, they're going to lose a lot of momentum, and they can still hurt somebody. I'm not saying they won't, but shooting that far downhill, I'm not gonna have to worry about anything behind this arrow getting hit. So I just want y'all to keep that in mind. Let's hit this freaking can. So I kind of feel like why I quit shooting the Black Hunter bows. The end of that draw cycle is a bit stiff for me, and you really have to hold back on that bow. It feels like it's a heavier bow than it is, and it doesn't produce the speed for the way it feels. Just like that, hit the can, good shot, take your time, but you can get it done with the Black Hunter. Alright, this is going to be my last shot for the Black Hunter video. I'm going to go ahead and shoot one of the Centaur big game broadheads. These are a 225 head, and we're going to see how they fly out of this bow. I'm going to shoot at the middle of the Reinhardt target, and hopefully we'll be still enough and accurate enough to hit the center. So it was a little low, a hair. It was right in the center. I even let down a little bit, and still got good results with this bow, a heavy broadhead, and a heavier arrow. So this bow right here will get it done, just like any other traditional bow. Learn it, take your time with it, get it set up how you like. Make sure your arrows are somewhat tuned, know what the bow needs. You know, so stuff like that. But you can make shots like this. I'll show y'all this shot, and appreciate y'all watching this short video. All right, y'all, this is my last shot with the Centaur broadhead. Arrow is angled a little down, but it's right here, almost in the middle. Great shot, devastating broadhead, and they're accurate enough I'll feel comfortable hunting with them.